Alright, hello everybody, my name is ABK and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Now, this is a Brawl Stars video if you all have not seen by the title and thumbnail. I know it's been a really long time since I have made a Brawl Stars video, but today I wanted to talk about Power League. Now, Power League was added into the game pretty recently actually, a few days ago. It was added to replace Power Play, and I must say, Power League as of now it has been a hit. Players are really enjoying Power League, so am I. But there are still a few flaws, and there are a few things that need to be fixed in Power League. And that is what today's video is about. In today's video, I will be talking about some features that can be added into Power League to make it much better and a much better experience for all players. And also these features should help the game as a whole as well. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright, so getting into Power League, as I said before, it has come into the game to replace Power Play. Obviously, there were a lot of issues with Power Play. People didn't really enjoy playing Power Play a lot. Most of the players, at least from what I know, they stopped playing Power Play as a whole. Now with Power League, players are really excited about this new game mode, and I must say people are playing it a lot and people are really excited about it. And well, the amount of players playing the game right now have increased if I am not wrong. But still, the main thing, or should I say the main reason why Power League has been such a hit is because of its two branched matchmaking systems, which obviously are one for solo players and one for a team matchmaking. So in the solo matchmaking, as they all would have known, you should have played Power League by now. If you aren't at 4500 trophies, then well, you haven't played Power League. You should give it a try actually, it's really good. It's a really good game mode, really fun. Alright, yeah, so in solo, as you all know, you go in on your own and you can play against other players who will also be playing on their own. Now, one issue with almost every other game mode, even the normal ones, if you are trophy pushing for example, and if you're at really high trophies, let's say you're pushing for 1000 trophies on a certain brawler, if you're going in solo, it is much more difficult than when you are in a team. Most pro players, well, not pro players, people who just want to push brawlers on their own, it's very difficult. I have tried that as well. The highest I've reached is 800 trophies with Sandy. This is when like Sandy was pretty good in the meta like a few months ago. I mean, Sandy is good in the meta right now as well, but I pushed Sandy to rank 26 like 4 to 5 months ago. Somewhere around that time, yeah. Alright, yeah, we're moving away from the topic. Let's go back. Solo Power League, right? So let's just talk about some of the features that I think should be added into Solo Power League. Alright, yeah, so just as a disclaimer, I have played much more of Solo Power League than Team Power League. Right now, my highest rank in Solo Power League is Gold 2, and I am Gold 1 in Team Power League. I've played much more of Solo Power League, so I've actually gone up and down in a lot of the ranks, so I know more about how Solo Power League works. So we'll just talk about this first. I think the main feature that needs to be added is a form of communication between your teammates. First example, let's say you are the team leader, and let's say the map is backyard brawl ball, okay? Let's say you are unsure of which brawler to ban. Let's say you have a choice of either Amber, Piper, Tick, or Byron. Let's say Amber, Piper, Tick, Byron, right? Let's say you want to ban one of these four brawlers. There should be a feature for you to ask your teammates like which brawler should I ban, and it should appear as maybe like a text box or something. Your teammates should be able to click on that, and then they should be able to suggest you a brawler to ban. Like how they pick their own brawlers, there should be a similar screen for the players to choose a brawler that you should ban, right? That can be one thing which they should add, and it should also work the other way around. Let's say, again, we are on backyard ball, and let's say your team leader, you are not the team leader in this case, your team leader wants to ban Gale on backyard ball. Now, Gale isn't the best in the meta right now. We all know that. So let's say you want your team leader to ban Byron, right? Let's say you want your teammate to ban Byron. There should be a suggest brawler ban option that you should have. You should be able to select that, and you should be able to give a suggestion on your own as well for a brawler to ban. And if your team leader likes that idea, well, they may just ban that brawler. These few things will make solo power league much better. One more thing which I think supercell should add is for you to be able to suggest brawlers to your teammates as well, not brawlers to ban, brawlers for them to pick. So for example, let's say your opponents have taken Tick and Amber, let's say, and the banned brawlers are Mr. P and Byron, let's say. Alright, they've taken Tick and Amber. Now to counter that, a decent counter can be like a BB, Mr. P can be a decent counter, stuff like that. So you can tell your teammates to take these brawlers to counter them, at least to counter Tick. To counter Amber, you can take like a Piper who can outrange Amber if they're good with it at least. Then they can take a sort of tanky brawler as well. Stu is great, just brawlers like that that can counter the opponent's brawlers. For example, if you want to know more about brawlers that counter each other and brawlers that are good on certain maps, Kairos Time has made two separate videos for that. One goes over the 8 brawler archetypes in Brawl Stars and which archetypes counter the other. That will give you a really good insight into what brawlers counter others. And he has also asked other pro players, other pro Brawl Stars players, and he has made a video where he goes on and talks about the best brawlers for each map that is in rotation right now in Power League. You can go and check both of those videos out. They are really useful, they are very informative as well, and they will help you a lot if you don't know much about brawler matchups, right? They will be very useful. I will leave a link to both videos in the description down below if you haven't checked them out yet. Now moving back into this, there are two more features that I want to talk about. The third feature that I wanted to talk about was star powers and gadget suggestions as well. So like how you should be able to suggest brawlers to ban and brawlers to pick, you should also be able to suggest star powers and gadgets if your teammate's brawler has that option, or if they have reached level 7 to have at least one or more gadget, or power 10 to have one or more star power. Now when there's one star power or one gadget, there isn't an option, but let's say that brawler has 2 star powers or 2 gadgets available to them, you should be able to suggest a certain star power or gadget to take as well. And now the fourth thing that I wanted to talk about was basic strategies. Now these basic strategies should be usable in the time before the matches start and during the matches as well. So let's say you're playing Brawl Ball again, backyard ball for example. No, actually let's give a gem grab as an example, right? Let's say you have a Leon on your team. This is in game I'm talking about. Let's say your opponents have 10 gems, but you know where your opponents are, you should be able to communicate something like where they are, or if that is a bit too complex, before the matches start, let's say in brawl ball, you should be able to communicate with your teammates, let's say what lane they should go in. So for example, a more control type brawler, say like a Mr. P, a Max, a Byron, they should go mid. So if one of your teammates has those brawlers, you should be able to tell them to go in the middle and control that area. And let's say you have an Amber on your team, you should be able to tell them to go to one of the lanes to play there. Right? These basic strategies would make solo power league much more better and a much more fun experience for everyone there, right? These four things that I've said right now will help enhance your experience in solo power league, and that too by a massive amount. Now, talking about Team Power League, I don't have as much to talk about it because Team Power League is more complete than Solo Power League because you have the option to communicate with your teammates outside of Brawl Stars. So, if you're all on the Discord call, you can discuss there. Now, before I mention my extra point for Team Power League, I wanted to talk about a tweet that Supercell had made, not Supercell, Brawl Stars had made a few days ago. So, in Solo Power League, people used to rig their matchmaking by essentially leaving games if one, they did not like their team's brawler matchups compared to their opponents. Two, they did not like who their teammates picked. Three, if they didn't like who their teammates banned. And if they've taken just really bad brawlers with the worse star power and gadget and all, people leave their game so that they don't have to play in that match. Now, what Supercell has done to counter that is if they see players doing that multiple times, their accounts will be banned and they will not be able to play Brawl Stars on that account again. Now, they should do something like that for Power League as for Team Power League as well, but they should do it for one extra feature, which is people spinning and just not doing anything in Team Power League matches. Now, I do not know if this has happened with any of you guys watching the video or in Team Power League, but it has happened to me like 2 to 3 times. People just have spun and they've not played the game, they just wait it out. They don't get idle disconnected because they're moving around and they just don't play the game properly and they give you a free win. Now, this too is a big flaw in the matchmaking system, and it is similar to just giving people free rank boosts. Now, one issue that I have at least thought of, one of the bigger ones in this scenario would be if your team consists of two players in Diamond 1 and one player in Bronze 3, and if your opponents are all in Diamond 1. Let us say they all spin, yada yada, they don't play the game and they give you a free win. Now, in that scenario, the two Diamond 1 players will get a sufficient amount of boost to their rank. It won't be that significant, it will be the usual amount. But the player in Bronze 3, let us say they go up to Silver 1 or Silver 2. Let's take Silver 2 as the example for this. Once they go into Silver 2, their skill cap will not be at that level of Silver 2. Now, the problem there that will take place will be they won't be at that level of Silver 2 matchmaking, so they may lose a lot of their games. It depends on their teammates that they are with. And let us say they drop all the way back to Bronze 3. Now, the opponents who win their games, who have faced this person in Silver 2, who is at the skill cap of Bronze 3, they will get free rank boosts. Well, not free, but they will get a rank boost of a much higher amount when they realistically should not have. And that can create a big issue in the matchmaking system and that can bring a big flaw and random, well, not random, uh, it will be a varied boost for everyone in their ranks, ups and downs, and that will just create a big issue. I think in Team Power League, I don't know if this has happened with other players, but this has happened to me like 2 or 3 times, and I've always been frustrated by it because Supercell wants Power League to be competitive, or well, as competitive as Power Play used to be before, well, people got a bit bored and angry at the game mode, right? So that's all that I really wanted to talk about for Solo Power League and Team Power League. If you guys have any other features that you think should be added, let me know in the comment section down below. I also want to know your thoughts on the features that I have mentioned as well. If you think they should be added, if you think they should not be added, or if you think they should be added but in a different way, right? I will also be making more Brawl Stars videos, gameplay wise, say like map maker and all. And I will be making a similar video like this one talking about map maker because Supercell, I think they did want competitive maps out of map maker, but now all we get is fun and troll maps, which I do like playing them. But as Supercell wanted it to be a way of getting competitive maps, I think I have a few things in mind which may be better for the game and map maker specifically to fulfill the purpose that Supercell had and to fulfill our wants, our wants from map maker, which is troll maps and a lot of cheese. If you all have enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe as it really does help out a lot. It will help reach this video out to other viewers who have not watched my channel, and if they also leave a like and all, the video will spread around YouTube, our community will grow, and it would be really exciting for me and you, I hope at least. And leaving a like and subscribing, it's free, it doesn't cost you anything, so why not do it? If you want to unsubscribe later, you can, all right? It's free. I will not mind if you do that. And if you didn't enjoy the video, well, you can leave a dislike, it's all right. So I think that's all for this video. Thank you all once again so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.